If you have bought land with a friend or a group of people, then you need to watch this video. Did you know that the way your names are listed in the title can affect what happens to the land if one of you passes on? Let me explain. When you purchase land together, the title deed can be in one or two ways. One can be either in a joint tenancy or tenancy in common. And I'll link a video to what makes the key difference between the two. But let me explain. If the title reads both names or more names in case there are several of you who bought the property together and there is no apportionment as to ownership, meaning there is either no percentages listed on the title, this is called a joint tenancy. The legal effect of joint tenancy is very powerful. If one of you passes away, the land automatically transfers to the surviving parties without the need for succession. So if there are three of you and one person passes away, the land now is owned by two people. If either of the two people, one passes away, then the whole piece of land is owned by one person. On the other hand, if the title lists the land in ratios, let's say there are three of you and you bought 3 acres, and then the title specifies Kamau 1, Otieno 1, Ochieng 1, then this is called tenancy in common. In this case, if one person dies, their share must go through a succession process before it can be inherited by anyone. This means that if the land is in joint tenancy and one person dies, the other parties automatically own the land, including the part that was previously owned by the other person. But tenancy in common is the opposite. For tenancy in common, you need to go through a succession process so that your beneficiaries cannot be left out. So here's the key takeaway. Always make sure that if you're buying property with other people, you apportion the share of every person when buying land together. So if there are 3 of you and you're buying land together, make sure that the title apportions the share of every person so that in case anything happens, your dependents can benefit from your sweat. So go ahead, go in your files and check out the titles that you have. Is it joint ownership or is it ownership in common? And if you don't have a property, go over to property254.co.ke and search for the property that you want.